Today I wanted to talk about Sherwin-Williams Pure White. And it's the most popular Sherwin-Williams color just by volume sold. And that's probably mainly because of its interior uses. You've seen it in a lot of houses that you walked in, even if you didn't know it. And that's because it's an extremely versatile color. It's neither really warm nor soft. It's kind of that just right mix that makes it work under almost any circumstances in terms of, your fixed settlements like counters, flooring, furniture, etc. It has subtle warm undertones, but they're not too yellow or creamy. It's not even as creamy as like an alabaster. And because of that, it really is extremely versatile and just has a lot of uses. You'll see pure white a lot in new construction, flips, rentals, things like that. And that doesn't mean it shouldn't be used in higher end homes as well. It's just a great finish, but it just works kind of under any circumstance. Very similar to alabaster, although alabaster probably has a little more character because of its creamy undertones. Where are the best uses for it? Pure white, the best use cases are definitely in living rooms, kitchens, hallways, just the extended areas before you reach doors that go into individual rooms. It's if you just want white in your house, pure white is definitely the place to start. Now you should put it up against alabaster and snowbound and maybe Greek villa and Dover white. And I have another video talking about the variance between those colors. But if someone just tells me I just want white, pure white is where you're gonna start. Another really good thing about pure white is that it really works as an all throughout the house paint color, especially walls and trim. Now that assumes that you're using a lower sheen on the walls like a matte finish and a higher sheen like a satin or even a semi-gloss on the trim, which is necessary anyway, because walls, you don't want all that shine, and then the trim, you want that distinction, and you also want a lot of cleanability, especially on door frames and things like that where people are touching all the time. But pure white, like when I've seen it as both the wall color and the trim, I just think that comes off very well. I also think if you have highlights in a room that you really want to showcase, sometimes it's really nice to have a really plain wall that allows you to showcase whether it's furniture, art, very high-end appliances, other things. That's why, pure white can be really good under those circumstances as well. In terms, and this goes back to why is it called pure white, it is very bright. Now there's certain, shades like a high reflective white that are so bright that it's difficult to use them on things like walls and stuff like that. Pure white doesn't quite reach that, but it is an LRV of 84, which is extremely bright. That makes it kind of a challenge for using, say, on an exterior of the home, although I do like really bright colors on exteriors, especially alabaster. But an 84 LRV, that is really bright, and it may be too bright for some people. But on walls and things like that, I do think that's totally fine to use something like that. But it is very bright, and you just need to be careful if you have too much sunlight coming into a room. It may come off to you as washed out. So that's just why you want to put it on the wall so you can get a sense of what it looks like under various lighting circumstances. In some, Sherwin-Williams Pure White, it's the white. And one downside of it is it may come off as, some people would call it boring. I don't think it's necessarily boring. It's just something where it is very white. It doesn't have the same warmness or coolness as some of the other white choices. But overall, very popular color, very solid choice. And again, that's the place if you want to paint, especially your interior white, pure white is definitely the place to start. This has been Ward Wilsey from ArmorHouse Painting. Click the like button, like our channel, and if you have any painting needs or color design needs, please reach out to us. Thanks.